Hi, Park Laners. Michelle Zito here in New York with a couple of tips on how to do a strong closing to your show. It is super important that the end of your party isn't just that you stop talking. We need to make sure that they've heard all of the remaining information that they need to hear, why they would want to have a show, why they would want to consider our business opportunity. And this is why we need to make sure that we have a strong show close. The way that I like to do it is with what some of you may have heard called the letter game or the ticket game. I generally just call it the ticket game. So I make sure that I have with me a roll of tickets. You can do the single ones and then you just give them half, or you get the double-sided tickets that you keep one, they keep one. And this is so that, again, I can get across at the end of the evening everything that I want to make sure that they've heard. And everyone loves to win a prize. So I just bring a little Park Lane pouch, and for the prizes, I generally use any multi-pack of earring studs. I like to break those up and put them on my business card so that when they win a business card. So they have my information and then a pair of stud earrings. And they're always super happy with that prize. So they don't know that that's the prize, but I show the bag and I say, all right, ladies, I want to make sure that you have plenty of time to shop and try things on without me talking and directing it to you. So who would like to win a prize? And they always want to win a prize. So I'll say, okay, I'm going to say a letter of the alphabet. You shout out any place or occasion that you would wear or buy jewelry for. So for example, if I say W, you would say, and they will in unison all shout out wedding. I say, okay, great, you understand the game. I give the tickets to whoever said wedding first, and then we go ahead and start. Okay, so our first letter is B. And they'll shout out, bridal shower, bar mitzvah, all different types of birthday party. And I'll say, great, B is for all of those things. You definitely need jewelry for them. And that is for booking your own style appointment. What you saw here was me doing a style show for Amy and Friends. And for that, Amy is going to receive a tremendous amount of free and discounted jewelry. She's getting to pick one of the thank you awards that I spoke about earlier, pieces that are over $100. She's picking one for $19. She's going to shop with free credit of $400 potentially plus. With 10 orders, Park Lane doubles your free credit and gives you $400 to shop with. So you may get a little less, a little more, but you're going to get tremendous free credit to shop with. Anything you still want, we give you 4 more pieces for half price, and you get to shop our Hostess Only jewelry. And at this point is when I roll out our Hostess Only jewelry and show some of those pieces. So the Boss Babe watch and the, just pieces from that Host Reserve collection. And create desire for those at that point. Pass them around, have them try them. They love them. And not only does she get the thank you award, such as the one I have on now today, but she will get an additional one at every single showing that is booked here today at your homes. So of course, Amy's going to be the first person there super excited to shop. We can do it at your home. We can do it in a restaurant. We can do a happy hour. We can do a brunch and bling. I can come to your job. There's so many great options. And honestly, 3 to 5 girls is great. It's all that it takes to have a super fun day. So if that sounds good, that's something we'll talk about later. All right, our next letter is F. And they'll shout out, usually funeral, which is pretty funny. And F is for fundraiser. If you have a school, a team, a cause, or an organization of any kind that is near and dear to your heart, I would love to partner with you and help you raise money for that organization. We can do either the shop out of a brochure kind of fundraiser, or we can do where we do a girls' night out like this. I would just talk to you about it, see which one is more appropriate, and you will receive a large check, depending, of course, on how many participants we have. But I have helped raise money for everything from church scholarship funds to sports teams, gymnastics, cheerleading, all kinds of organizations. So let me know if that's something that I can help you out with. Our next letter is P. Party. P is for party, and it's also for payments. If you're making a purchase today, then you have a couple of different payment options. You can, of course, pay cash. You can pay by check, made to Michelle Zito. You can do Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, or what I like to call the You'll Never Know plan, which is the $20 out of your wallet, the $30 check, and the rest on your Visa cards, so that someone at home can't be quite sure what you spend here today. And letter O. The opera, to the office. Yes, you definitely need jewelry for these places. And always for our business opportunity. I hope that what I showed you here is that I have the most amazing, fun, and easy job. I hung out here today, same as Amy, same as all of you. And yet, for me, this is my job. I started doing home parties like this about 18 years ago, when my oldest son was about 6 months old, and my husband said, this stay-at-home mom thing you got going on for these last few months is very nice and all, but we're currently paying $600 a month for our Cobra, and we could use a little help in paying that. So is there something that you could do to make about $600 a month? And I thought about the home party that I had hosted a couple of months before, where the woman came to my home, she drank my wine, she ate my food, and told me she made about $200. So I said, you know what, that sounds pretty good. If I work like 3 times a month, I'll have this Cobra. So I called the woman up, I ordered a kit, and I started doing shows. In my first month, I made $604. My husband was like, wow, that was easy. Could you make $1,000? And that's kind of what happened. I was in a different company at that time. And I actually spent the next 14 years with that company building a team. And I actually never went back to my teaching job that I had at the time of the maternity leave. At the 14-year mark, Park Lane called me up and said, hey, we hear great things about you. We would love to talk to you about our opportunity. And I figured, you know what? Okay, I'm a businesswoman, I'll go listen. And since Park Lane is the only direct seller in which they allow, they will recognize and reward your leadership experience, they actually brought me here as a leader. So that was close to 5 years ago now, and I've been here at Park Lane for that amount of time. So that's why I bring around my little Life with Park Lane album. So this is where I bring out, this will have been sitting out the whole show, but if it hasn't been shown yet, this is where, if nobody happened to pick it up, then this is when I bring this out. This is why I bring around my little Life with Park Lane album, because I like for you to see what we have available. These are pictures of events that we hold, conventions that we go to. That's why I love to take pictures of you when you first came into the show and you had all the jewelry on, and I still want to get some more pictures of you because we have so much fun at all the different types of parties that we do. Park Lane allows us to earn 2 free vacations every year, so I have a bunch of those in here too. Hawaii, Punta Cana, an executive trip we had, my Zurich pictures I have to get off my phone and in this book. We just got back from Greece. We're going to Rome in a couple of months. And of course, that's very nice and all, right? But, Michelle, do you make any money selling Park Lane? That's why in the back here, I have a series of paychecks so that you can see what you make just doing shows and what you make as you build a team and how that builds up for you over time. So I will be happy to pass this around. I then hand this to the person that has been eyeing me the most closely. So I just hand it over. I said, feel free to pass that around. But I want to give you a chance to ask me any additional questions you have about either hosting a style show like Amy's done here tonight, or any questions about my job of selling Park Lane jewelry. Any question on either of those topics, and I will give you an additional ticket. Let me set a little timer here. And I'm going to do a little minute to win it. Now, just want to let you know, I'm stepping out of show mode here. I just want to let you know, I don't actually set a timer because if the game is going really well, I'm not allowing the buzzer on the phone to end that. What I do is I just put it on stopwatch and I just end the game anytime I want, either at a natural break or, you know, whatever. So what questions can I answer for you on either Amy's job of getting the girls together today, what you get, where you can have it, anything related to that, or anything about my job of selling Park Lane? And as long as it's that topic, these two topics, nothing is too nosy. Usually people already have their hand up. Now, if you're already saying, oh no, I don't want to do this, what if I don't know the answer? There's no way to not know the answer. This is just your experience here at Park Lane. So you want to keep your answers basic and honest and short. So if someone says, how many days a week do you work? What you want to just answer is something short and sweet like, I like to do 2 shows a week because I find that when I do 2 shows a week, I'm able to earn all the extra perks that I want and it provides all the great income that my family needs. Next. Now, even if you're not quite doing 2 shows a week, notice that I said I like to do 2 shows a week. Now, you might say, I like to do 1 show a week because, but what you're not going to say is, well, like, I would love to do more than 2, you know, like 2 shows a week. So I'm really hoping that some of you are going to book because, man, last month I had some cancellations. My husband broke his toe. My son had the flu. I am so behind in my bookings. It's like, oh, no. Way too much information. Okay. So just keep it nice and basic. How did you get your kit? That's a great answer. Did you have to buy all that jewelry? Nope. I called the woman that I signed up with and she did a show for me. At that show, I earned a $300 paycheck and then my kit cost $229. So it didn't cost me any money in order to get started because my paycheck paid for the kit and I got the hostess benefits at that same show. So I ended up with my $1,000 jewelry kit, about $500 in jewelry that I earned for free, plus all my extra discounted jewelry. So when all was said and done, I had almost $2,000 worth of jewelry that I paid very little for, and I was ready to start my business. Next. So you just kind of go with that until, again, enough tickets have been handed out, you've said what you wanted to say. Then you pick a winner, and if it's a really big show, I'll do more than 1 winner. But if it's, you know, 10 or under, I generally will do 1 prize and give the prize out. And then at that point, I encourage them to, ladies, this is the very sad time of the night where it's time to take off all the jewelry that I've put on you because other people want to try on what you have on. So come on up, I'll help you take it off. I'm going to put the catalogs on the table and go ahead and feel free to shop and I'll help you with that. If you are firm in your list, you have a big list, you don't want to confuse yourself, you need to go, you want to be first, any of that is fine. You don't have to look at a catalog. I can sit down with you right now, no problem. Somebody has to be first because it is great to get the order taking started at that point. So I hope this was helpful for you and look forward to hearing how doing a strong show close affects your sales and recruiting. Bye.